Let's kick things off, everybody. In the bottom left-hand side, in the unusual red for the Ukraine plays Sonik, and on the upper right-hand side for Raptor Gaming and Germany is Spiral. Spiral was the first one joining into the lobby. Todd, do you think it's a little bit of like mental warfare already to take the yellow color away from Sonik?
I hope not, because that would be pretty silly, in my opinion. But maybe, who knows? Actually, yeah. I remember a day a while back where if people took my color, I wouldn't be too happy myself. But yeah, I feel like players nowadays shouldn't care as much about that stuff.
Yeah, especially if you have the option to set the player color yourself, that shouldn't bother you too much. You're 100% correct on this. We do have a nice Demon Hunter versus Potter matchup. This is what we kind of expected. Spiral moving away from this a little bit. Sonik going Demon Hunter, probably his favorite hero next to the Ward.
Yeah, he's honestly pretty incredible with good amount of aggression, but he also stepped up his creeping a lot. He was, I think, one of the first elf to really start doing a lot of harassment while creeping on the other side at the same time. So in Night Elf Mirror, that won't come into play nearly as much, because usually you just have a good rhythm of creeping and balance to when you're going to be attacking. But I feel like Sonik has definitely evolved a lot in how he plays overall across all matchups, and he's learned to slow down a little bit. Sometimes it can be really hard if you're a rabid individual in video games like him.
Yeah, right? This week we saw him probably for the first time ever rebuying a town portal.
Oh, the steal!
Ooh, did he get it?
Yeah, Podem got the steal here, so like now 1 pixel away, any unit away from getting level 2.
Pretty incredible start. Searing Arrow adds 10 damage to every right click as long as you have mana. That's pretty good, and of course as long as it's available. And Sonik on the other side is hunting down these archers and might get the kill here. Yep, that's a big chunk of experience he got there. And already equipped with the double circlet. Typical Sonik move. Spiral on the other side continues to harass the economy and gets level 2 himself.
Yeah, getting a wisp here, that was not supposed to happen. Sonik a little bit sloppy in the start. I don't know what he was looking at, maybe something across the map. But we do have the second Enchant of War, which is towards the expansion in the top left. So that tells me maybe Spiral is thinking about doing an expo of his own. Or maybe at least gives him the option, right? He doesn't have to take it. Maybe he just makes a bunch of hunts, he's happy with where he's at in the game, and then he just attacks anyway.
Yeah, it feels a little suboptimal to build the Engine of War there if you want to push, because from there to Sonic's base it does take quite some time. But yeah, this is something that Moon started, I think, back in the day when we had Amazonia in our map pool. Do you remember those times? Not going on in with a full-out aggression, but rather take things slow and go for the economy and mass dryads.
Are we gonna get Sonic's camera today, by the way?
Unfortunately not. He said it's broken.
Oh, good lord. That's why we can't have nice things.
That's why, huh? Yeah, I think they share this. Spiral camera is broken as well for a good 7 years now. Oh, nice last hit by Sonik here to get level 2 and evasion. Reveal being used by Spiral though, and now 3 hunts it.
Yeah, the Moonwells on the left-hand side. Actually, one is completely empty, but there's 2 other ones here. For Sonik to try and keep everything alive. He loses an archer. Wow.
Ooh,
oh, he gets a hunt.
Wow, wild exchange. Bare knuckle box fight here between the 2 Night Elves.
Bare knuckle.
Yeah, why not?
Well, technically, the Demon Hunter has like a weapon, so.
Yeah, technically, but you know, there was a metaphor for how wild this game is.
Yeah, true. But you know, there is an actual bare knuckle championship nowadays.
Yeah. You want to participate next year?
Yeah, you'll be my first fight.
I'll be your coach. Wow, look at Remo. Full anticipation of me getting smacked in the face. Nice, having a good time about it. Oh, man.
I mean, you guys are pretty much in the same weight cut category nowadays, right? So it should be
No,
alright.
we're not.
Wow.
How much do you weigh?
Too much.
You're probably like 75 or something, no?
It's a little more, you know, my workouts recently have been a little tame.
Well, I'm 100 kilos, so I think you're still ways off.
Yeah. You know, fat is lighter than muscle. That's probably why.
Alright, Sparl, about to get level 3 here from the merchants. Probably should sell the period, I would say. Like, you don't really need it.
Yeah, I agree. You can get a circlet for that, or just scrolls would help a ton. Spiral is going for this expansion as we anticipated here. Dust again, double gloves. So that bare knuckle box fight is gone as well because, you know, gloves. Demon Hunter with a nice staff. Is he in time?
I don't think so, no. Because like the tree is like too far along already. Even though he has double circlet. If he had like a claw and a slipper extra, then maybe you should try. But it's like, you have to get it perfectly right, because if you sacrifice your entire HP bar, like chances are you have to town portal immediately after sniping a tree, right? Because there's enough units attacking you. So it's like very quick math, which is already very hard on stream, but now you literally, it's not even numbers you're calculating, it's just hunts and potom against a demon, and then you just need to add up everything quickly. And now from looking at the action, I don't think he would have been able to get the tree, and he probably would have had to TP as well, which is the ultimate disaster.
Yeah, for sure. Can't really allow that. Demon Hunter also not level 3 yet. Sonik is going for Keeper of the Grove second. Against what's very, very likely going to be mass dryads.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. Doesn't seem... Like, I wonder what the plan is. Is it like... You can dispel everything fairly easy. Thorn's Aura doesn't do anything. That seems weird to me.
Yeah, earlier today, Colorful, when he played Demon, which was every game against Potom, we saw him use quite a bit of Panda second, either Panda or Tinker. But Sonic, he's taken the Night Elf versus Undead build and he's flipped it around. Demon first into Keeper.
Yeah, it's a Sonic choice, I guess. Demon Hunter's trying to create some space, but can't really do anything. There's too many hunts with normal damage doing a good job and defending it here. Keeper level 1 and Tangle against heroes lasts not really that long. So
it's a great mana. Like, yeah, I think the plan might be to just use this Keeper before it starts falling off, or before there are any Dryads.
Yeah.
Like just mass entangle everything, kill as much as you can, and then go for a timing, because he has so many archers.
Yeah. I 100% agree. He got Dryads himself, and oh, look at Spiral's block. That is just gorgeous. There might be a timing window, because Spiral has to finish tier 2 tag, has to get the lures up, and has to get the Dispel for the Dryads, and of course Dryad production as well. But the timing window is closing rapidly.
Yeah, Sonic needs to heal up here, gather all his forces, and start moving out. And... for now, Spiral is researching Moonglaive, one of his Enchant of War, and improve both in the other. So you might just play it like Night Elves played it against Orcs for a while with only Hunts and Archers.
Okay, I'm so confused about this one. This is not your typical Night Elf mirror. Let me put it that way. Expansion plans for Sonic cancelled, so plan B, go for the attack. That suits him a lot better anyway. More Wisps coming. They will help with Dispel and maybe be morphed into Engines of War. Potom getting entangled into Rast again. No mana, not even for a single Searing Arrow. And Spiral is getting ready for defense at the expansion, but Sonic again flipping the script and goes for the main.
Oh my god, Sonic is the one APing the Hunt player! This is the most Sonic thing I've ever seen in my life.
Are we
in the... this Enchant of War first.
Are we in the upside down? This is bizarre. Town portal.
Well, then Sonic is definitely the smoke monster, let me tell you.
Yeah, that's for sure. Archer probably goes down. There we go. Repositioned by Spiral. First AP cancelled. And this is why you don't really see that too often. Because every single AP gets cancelled with ease. Can the Hunts deal with these archers as well? There's a heal scroll. There's a protection scroll. Just waiting for the perfect moment to use it.
Oh, the setup on the units here is actually pretty good. Spiral doing a good job targeting the APs occasionally. He needs to get cancelled on both of these here. Demon running low. There is no Staff of Preservation. There is Staff of Teleportation. Dark Ranger is going to go down in a second, but not before getting one skeleton out of one of those archers.
Oh my god. Spiral still at 52. Sonic plummeting to 40. Also, his towers won't work this time. And Searing Arrow is still doing a lot of damage to the Demon Hunter, who might be forced into a staff out, but he's cleaning up the entire front row. Portal home, and what a gigantic graveyard we have here. Holy.
Yeah, that's a lot of bodies. For a second, I thought he was a human base.
Come on, really? Complaining about peasants in a Night Elf mirror, Todd?
It was too tempting, sorry.
Yeah, I think it's an addiction by now.
Sonik has no way to heal. He had emptied the Moonwells earlier, so the demon is sitting at home. He's like, please, anyone? Don't get healthcare in this game or what? So he's trying to get a shop. That's going to be a long time. Okay, Nightfall actually comes now, so those Moonwells are going to start regenerating.
He's missing the bears, that's for sure. Spiral again with heal scroll and scroll protection, plus he's super close to level 5, and everything he builds is ranged, so everything benefits from the tier level 3 True Shot aura, or even Searing Arrow 3 packs a punch. 30 extra damage with 2 gloves, that's a lot of deeps.
Oh, Ank. He can get some HP back on the demon. He loses it.
It actually, yeah, this arc might be used as a heal potion if you ask me, but...
By the way, you're right about the bears. I'm surprised he's not going to bears. I would have expected tech, another lore. Because even though there is expansion for a long time up for Spiral here, I think as long as you go bears and then maybe you expand later if you're Sonic, you would be fine. But he's choosing to stay on Archer Dryad. I don't really like that.
Yeah, me neither. It feels like Spiral is hard countering Sonic's composition real hard.
And Sonic went Thorns, by the way, against a full-ranged army. I guess those skeletons of Spiral better watch out, because they're gonna hurt when they start hitting stuff.
Yeah, I gotta be prepared for the late game. I don't really understand that, to be honest. Dark Ranger with Life Drain once again. Second time in 2 days that we might see Life Drain here. Incredible.
Very nicely done by Spiral here with the detonates. It was Moon who played against Freemine yesterday that made Priestess Hunt look like the best thing ever, because he brought so many wisps against the Keeper and kept detonating whatever was being used. But Sonic's getting creepjacked. He was still fighting the creeps for a little bit here. Yeah. And there's so many wisps. Spiral can just get rid of every entangle easily here.
There's not much left, Todd. Not even the Demon Hunter, who falls to the glaive, and boom, that's the victory on map 1 for Spiral.
There we go. The bottom comes out, not from Sonic. I guess that one was a given, but Spiral with the bottom with a nice play. Todd mentioned it earlier. Seeing Moon lose with bottom many times in a row against Colorful might dissuade some players from going bottom, but apparently not Spiral. Still trusting in his strategy. That looked good. And it's oftentimes the difficulty, right? When the Night Elf expands there with bottom hunts, being able to move out on the map and cancel the expo with the slow archers against the fast hunts, it's so hard to do. And yeah, maybe tier 3 would have been better. Maybe on Bears you could have stabilized, but on only tier 2, it doesn't seem like there's much you can do against that 2-base play.
Yeah, I agree. It felt a little bit like Spiral knew exactly what Sonic would do. He was super ready for the harass from the Demon Hunter at his expansion. He was super ready for counter expansion, which he shot down in no time, and then there was basically only plan D left for Sonic with that AP push. The position was kind of okay, but Spiral fixed it with the Dark Ranger in the back as well, portaled home, and that was just pretty clean from Spiral, I'd say.
Yeah, Spiral, I gotta say, I've been very impressed with him, because not just like, it didn't just switch race a bunch of times and look good doing it. He's also got a great variety of builds, it feels like. And that was already the case when he played Orc. He was known for his Farseer play, but I think he also could play Blade Master pretty well, in my opinion. He knew how to play different matchups with completely different strategies. And now it's kind of the same with Elf. In my opinion, he's really good with Warden. Like for a while against Human, he was doing mostly that. He can play Keeper just fine. His Demon's good, and now in Night Elf Mirror is playing Priestess. It's like this guy's been playing Night Elf this whole time. He doesn't need experience, apparently, or he's acquired it through some intense laddering after finishing very high in the WC Champions Season 8, apparently.
For sure. And I think I can spill the beans when I say that he will be participating in these finals as well. Maybe not on the level of Foggy yet, but almost every other Night Elf in Europe pales in comparison to Spiral, and that is a very, very strong performance once again. Autumn Leaves was Spiral's map, so Sonik has to have something ready now on the second map, Tidehunters.
Yeah, and I like that map choice as well that Spiral selected for, which was Autumn Leaves. As mentioned, when you expand in the corner, it's so far away from the opponent's main. Getting there with slow archers to find the cancel is so hard. Maybe with a perfect Demon Hunter timing with a staff, he can get it. But as we saw, that failed with the Demon Hunter solo. So map 2, Tidehunters is going to be a bit of a different story. Normally on Tidehunters, you're kind of always in the middle anyways. You're creeping the green camp, you're creeping the merchant, you're scouting around or something, so you're always pretty much close to a gold mine, I would say. So, for that reason, primarily, feels like a Podem Hunts Expo should be hard to make work here.
Maybe it's something entirely different. You never know in these Night Elf mirrors. Once again, we see Sonik representing UMAD Gaming, a veteran of the scene, 16 years of WarCraft already. But probably not his strongest shape. It's not the Sonik of summer where we had so much fun with him. Seems to be a little bit of a rough time for him currently, and Spiral is taking advantage of that. This time though, Sonik was the first player to make it into the lobby, immediately grabbing the yellow color. Maybe that decides who wins today.
Probably not.
Okay, then what does?
Playing better and getting better items as well.
And not picking human, I guess.
Well, yeah, obviously. Actually, I'm so hyped for that Starbuck against Hawk match later, because Hawk actually really fought hard that last series and he was super close. And you could tell, like, Starbuck, he had to make his own adjustment in the third map, so big series potential and so much on the line for both of them, I think, in that match.
Yeah, and we might have a little bit of an issue here when it comes to the connection. We have seen Spiral playing with a little bit of lag before. But alright, seems okay now. We continue our series with the 1-0 lead. Or do we? Little bit up in the air. Okay, we try. Then let's go. And in the upper left-hand side of Tidehunters, we see Spiral. Raptor Gaming watching. Saw these guys in the chat rooting for their star player. And once again, Podem for Spiral. On the other side, Podem for Sonik.
Interesting. He's making his own adjustments after one game. I didn't really like that keeper second, to be honest, by Sonik. I feel like if he had done like a Colorful today, who kept going for Panda second in a lot of the games, that looked so much better, because Panda 3 is such a big power spike against any amount of, archers and hunts. So, and also you can't detonate Breath of Fire, whereas Entangle, you can. We saw that, that's Thorn Sora was the most useless Thorn Sora I've ever seen in my life. Literally everything was ranged, so yeah, it just didn't work out at all for him. Maybe just misread the game somehow.
Yeah. Maybe his game plan was to entangle as many hunts as possible to close the supply gap, but then used a lot of these entangles. Also on the bottom, where it doesn't really do too much. I don't know, feels like that wasn't the most elaborated game plan of Sonik, but maybe his goal is to create as much chaos as possible, and then I guess he succeeded.
Yeah, Sonic's doing a greedier creep though here. He's gonna get ring +4, very unfortunate. For him, on the other side, we got the Gloves of Haste for a bit of extra attack speed, and Can Spiral get there on time to actually do something about those last few creeps? Yeah, I think he's gonna be just the one left. So should be fine for Sonik to get that himself.
Both have Searing Arrow. Can he just go, yeah, for the Ancient of War? I don't think he has the necessary damage here. Second Ancient coming for Sonik as well. Spiral sees now that the creeps are turned their back on me as well, I should rather go catch up in levels. And we do have the second Ancient of War for Spiral as well. Welcome to Mass Hunt territory.
Oh, the Archer, the Archer!
Run!
Maybe he could have blocked a little bit, but it's gonna make it away. But that's the whole moon juice here. Just before nighttime being used.
Again, right? Sonik very, very thirsty today.
Aren't we all?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know where you were going with that. Nice Shadow Melts here, and Spiral is losing more and more HP while using the Searing Arrow. That is quite a bit of mana used, but the Moonwell's at home almost half full, and now it's nighttime, third Moonwell finishes, so he makes use of a lot of region here.
The Murloc down here is out healing the damage of the Archer. And he stopped attacking it because he was worried about denying hits. He's out healing everything.
Now the bottom comes in, secures the kill. Slippers of Agility, you will be happy about that. So far, Sonik has a way better early game than before.
Sonik has a lot of gold. Don't know what's up with that. Need to spend that a little better. There it is.
Is he waiting for something? Not really.
I think, well, he had one of his Ancient of War uprooted for way longer than he should have because he was struggling to get that camp. Whereas on the other side, we're pumping out hunts more consistently, so Spiral's on 3 against the 1 of Sonik right now.
Forces are under attack.
And he's about to contest the middle where the 2 turtles are. Easy to creep with hunts. Same goes for the Sea Giant and his friends. The other side, we got Sonik with the first upgrade already. 60% done, the attack upgrade, and more damage going his way with the Claws of Attack.
Sea Giant not cleaving that much, but he did a little bit, injuring the Huntress. Sonik definitely needs to heal. The game could get weird here if they're just both kind of stuck on tier 1 with just pure hunts. Like, it's like, who attacks first? Do they even attack? Does anybody try to expand?
Yeah, it feels really weird. Spiral, it's not going up to 50. Gets the big and important last hit here, but Sonik about to contest this. Gets another Slippers. Look at this damage. It's plus 18, thanks to the aura and the items. So it didn't start off too well with the ring, but then the RNGesus made up for it.
Things definitely picked up for him. He has such an earlier level 3 here. It's almost tempting to try and go for a fight before Spiral would get his. But Spiral, like I said, he was better with the hunt production. He's got 7, I think, right now. Against just the, what, 4? Oh, actually, there is 5 and 6 coming from behind for Sonik. But he shouldn't fight too early. Sonik is known to fight sometimes a little too much when he shouldn't. Right now, if you look at the screen, you can clearly see he has less hunts. Okay, he finally realizes he needs to start running away. Like, yes, he has a level advantage, but he needed to wait for those 2 extra hunts. He's gonna turn around.
And now Shu is on the other foot. Who gets us around here? Spiral locks it in. It's still nighttime, so Shadow Meld is a thing, and I don't think there's any reveal. Well, it is on the bottom, but now the surround is open again. Archer fell on the right-hand side, and Sonik is again taking this fight. Very comfortable thanks to that level lead and the aura lead, but reveal is in. Searing Arrow secure, another Hunter's kill. The fights just go better for Spiral throughout the board.
Yes, Sonik had 1-0, by the way, on attack upgrade on the hunts, and Spiral didn't, but Spiral just finally got his. But Sonic's about to be 1-1, and it's a big oversight by Spiral not to have had a Wisp at his own lab. On this map, you can actually very easily place a Wisp that's going to be saved there, so that you can use Revelation if you need it. But I guess he had Dust. Maybe he was just kind of counting on that to help him out.
Big moment. In the middle of the map, Sonik claims the shop. That also means access to heal scrolls in 5 seconds. Spiral's contesting this, but Sonik with this position should be ahead. Also, Illusions, wonderful to soak up some damage. Spiral on the other side, brings in the glaives, brings in the damage.
Probably sees this Hunt's number. He's like, how does he have this much? Well, some of it was illusions. Now they're gone. And he's the one on the chase with 2 glaive throwers behind it. You really want to shield them away from harm here with Hunts being at the front. And he's doing a very good job of that.
Yeah, good retreat. That's something we don't say too often about Sonic. Spiral goes to the shop again. He can go for the Scroll of Protection, but Sonic got the heal scroll.
Yeah, Spiral can kill that Ancient of War at the front here. That would be half the production of Sonic being shut down. So he's gonna start and siege that.
Guess that's the plan. Sonic can never go for the lab now. That would be suicide. But alright, we have another fight. Scroll of Protection. 2 Hunts very, very hurt already. The glaives have to do the damage. 2 Hunts out of the fight immediately, but we see Sonic's army splattering while Spiral is saving a lot.
Yeah, Sonic has way more Hunts hitting right now. I think Spiral just needs to head home, but glaive throwers are very immobile, so he's kind of trying to kite. Moving back, turning around, shooting. He might have to temple. The Priestess running really low on hit points here. And Sonic, if he can get on top of those glaive throwers, it's gonna be really bad for Spiral. Spiral, why is he not tipping out?
He's
losing everything.
He can't really wait for a heal scroll. It takes 30 more seconds, and this is just one kill after the next. Oh, the game derailed quickly. Spiral losing the entire army, while Sonic is still at 42. Massive, massive lead. Twice the supply for Sonic now.
Yeah, you know, Spiral sometimes I feel like he leaves games a little early after one thing has gone wrong. This is not one of those times. This is the opposite this time. Like, he just wouldn't town portal for some reason. Lost pretty much everything, and now he's in a world of trouble against the Sonic, who's just got quite a few Hunts out. He sent back 3 that are really injured back home. And when you get ahead sometimes in this matchup, one of the best ways to close out a game is to just take to tier 2, add Moonglaive, get Vorpal Blades, couple Glaive Throwers of your own. And if you have those 2 upgrades and the opponent doesn't, even if you're a little bit behind in supply or in unit counts, you're still gonna win.
Yeah.
So beautiful game by Sonic here.
The XP lead is gigantic. Not even 3.5 versus 5. Boom! Sonic ties it up, still in the race. And we have ourselves a tied up series.
Sonic boom!
Okay, guys.
Sonic Boom indeed. With a rare strategy for his liking. The Potom Hunt's not something we normally see from the Ukrainian, but here we do, and we do get to see that he can handle it pretty well. Better than Spiral there on this map. Feels like a lot of that game came down to the creep route, with Sonic going for the greedier creep route at the beginning, and then getting level 3 faster, and then really able to capitalize on that advantage. And of course also the items on the Potom were amazing. I think Spiral was a bit too aggressive. He could have fallen back and crept level 3 on his side, especially the natural. With Hunts, it's so easy to creep, but he never went there, and just seemed like he was pretty far behind from the mid-game moving forward. So we have a tied-up series, and one more map to decide things.
Okay, Sonic picking up momentum, or can Spiral bounce back? The decision in Group A coming up. Is it going to be the second Ukrainian, or is it going to be the second German in the round of 8? Bear with us. In 3 minutes, we conclude this. Back at DreamHack Winter with a decision in Group A. Sonik 1, Spiral 1. So far, the yellow player has won both maps, and Sonik is the first in the lobby. Yeah, but the maps were also won by Podem, and the maps were also won by the player who played better, so not a very clear pattern here. Remo, your final thoughts before we move on to the new map Shallow Grave.
Yeah, I think this is going to be the key factor on map 3. It's the new map. Normally on most maps you have an idea of what the likely strategies are, which strats are good, which timings are important, but here on the new map now, it's going to be a bit weird. Where do you have to go? What's the best creep route? Do they already know? Have they practiced it a lot? We'll see.
Indeed we will. Let's go to the new map here in the DreamHack circuit. Shallow Grave to decide the first lower bracket final. We got Sonik on the upper left-hand side. Would be his second DreamHack quarterfinal this year. For Spiral, it would be the third in a row. He's starting bottom right, and both are going for the right-hand side, or for the orange side. Pretty normal start, I'd say.
Yeah, and thing to note here: whoever advances will not be getting happy in the quarterfinals because they were in the same group with him. So it's either going to be Foggy, X-Lord, or Krav for these guys, or the winner of the two here. Priestess or Sonik again, and Demon Hunter for Spiral. The roles have been inverted here from game number 1.
Do you think that Spiral expects something crazy like a Keeper or a Warden, and is that why he goes for Demon Hunter?
No, I think it's more map dependent. I think if you go Priestess here, it's kind of hard to Creeper past the first camp that you're going to do. And that makes Demon all the better because of that. And he also, I'm sure that Spiral knows exactly how to play against Priestess. I don't think he would do the Keeper second with Thorn Sora that Sonik went for. So he's probably totally fine with having that matchup now.
Already a little issue for Sonik. The lightning shield doesn't get triggered. One of the specialties of this map, lightning shield, is a little different or works in mysterious ways. And now, oh my, this is not gonna be easy. The Engine of War is losing a lot of HP already. On the other side, Demon Hunter clears this a little faster thanks to the mana burn against the rogue. It's rewarded with a circlet.
Yeah, and Spiral actually dodged 2 Searing Arrow here on the Wisp by creating a building both times and then cancelling it. So he actually got to escape with that Wisp, which is really nice because it's going to have a little bit of extra lumber here thanks to it. Assuming it doesn't lose it here very, very soon. Ring of Protection on Priestess. Every time that happens, I get a little triggered. Obviously not what you want to find. Whereas on the other side, we already have the Circlet of Nobility on the Demon.
And level 2, let's get some evasion kicked in. Podem has Searing Arrow, as we said, so no Aura first can be burned to good effect. And Sonik again following this up with the Huntress build. I don't see a second Engine of War yet. Might just be a 2014 transition to tier 2. Well, Spiral's already tech.
Yes, but Spiral made the Hunter Soul before taking here. Very interesting. Not sure exactly why. Maybe he was considering going for another Ancient of War. Like, this is a little bit weird. He gets Ultra Vision early. Okay, so this is the new map, the one that's players will be the least used to by far. I think he wants to make sure he knows everything that's happening on the map. So he's actually rushing Ultra Vision here. You see, he already has 2 Wisps around the top. One of them is about to get out of there in a second because it got found. But his vision is just going to be insane. Like, he just wants to stalk that Priestess and prevent her from getting level 3, which is really the big power spike here when you're messing hunts.
Yeah, I was curious if Spiral wants to follow this up with Huns for creeping a little better against certain camps, but he continues to use archers, so you're 100% right. It's all about Ultra Vision. And scouting the mercenary camp, I think, is really, really good if Sonik decides to go for that. He has access to Berserkers and Shadow Priest, etc., etc. So you have to know what's coming for you. And Spiral does. Sonik doesn't really.
Yeah, Sonik went for the tech here, as you mentioned, with the 1 Enchant of War. So I wonder what the plan is. Against Demon and Mass Archers, you can go into a lore yourself and get some Dryads and get Dark Rangers second here if you're Sonik to really like get some big snipes on those Archers that then become Skeletons fighting for you. That could be in the plans here, which makes it even more interesting to try and think about what second hero Spiral's gonna go for.
Yeah, it's not really easy to decide. It could be a Naga always. It's a pretty good pick. But then we have to see. This is a Knight of Mirror, by the way. On map 3, 5 minutes in, we have yet to see the first bear.
Yeah. Those bears not being used too much here so far in this one. I think Knight of Mirror is just really wild these days. Which is, in my opinion, better when there is more variety, even though obviously like every time that it was like Demon Naga Bear, those games are like so high level and so great in execution that this was also interesting. I prefer to see more variety and strategies countering one another. And we do have the Panda second from Spiral, so much like Colorful earlier today against Moon, he's going for that one.
So is that the sign for Sonik now to just go Mass Dryads? Because what does the Panda do against Mass Dryads?
He fries the rest of the army and the heroes.
Huh. Well, that's an option for sure.
Yeah.
Bottom level 3 after this one. Crystal Ball, Wind of Illusion. Man, that's really not that great. I mean, Crystal Ball, Wind of Illusion helps. Like, creeping a little bit and scouting, so does the Crystal Ball, but it's probably gonna be a slow mid-game for Spiral, just creeping up. Panda level 2, distracting a little bit. And we both go into lores now, but I think it's just, yeah, single engine of lore continues with Archers. Sonik goes into double engine of lore.
I know there's a lot of camp that give a lot of experience and that are not that hard to do. And what we saw from Colorful earlier was that Drunken Haze first is really nice on the Panda to creep a first, like one of those bigger camps that gives you level 2. So that's what Spiral went for here. And we see crept that expansion mostly comfortably. Now he's having to get out because he sees the army of Sonik coming, but Panda is already entering the game level 2.
And that was an impressive Crystal Ball. Scouted the movement precisely. Can hide behind the moon wells, making it hard to push. And Sonik, is this an all-in with Dryads? He's trying to go for mercenaries, which are not available. Spiral got that already. It's a Naga second, but this feels like a lot of wasted time. He ran across the entire map without doing too much.
Yeah, I think he was just looking to try and catch Spiral out on the map. And then if Star's back at home, then it's actually wrong to attack into him because he's got Moonwells. He'll be in a good defensive posture. So Sonik did the next best thing now and went for a camp. And great read by Spiral to realize that this is happening. He's going to get an Archer and force the town portal. But not before Sonik grabs the experience, the item, and the healing scroll from that merchant.
That was 2 Archers down indeed. I mean, there was not much left for Sonik to do on this side on the map, right? Spiral knew that the mercenary camp was scrapped. You probably don't want to go for the green and then just, okay, the only thing you can go for is the shop, and he did. Well done. And Spiral is going tier 3 now. Adds the second lore. And we finally gonna get the first bear.
Finally, we're gonna enter the field. Yeah, both players sold their Crystal Ball here. For a second, I was getting a little bit of a throwback from the StarCraft TVTs where they just like scan each other all the time to see the army movement. But yeah, they got rid of those eventually. Better to have a little bit more gold right now.
And here's another creep jack. Sonik blocks himself. That's a Dryad going down. Mass piercing damage, of course, on Spiral's side, but he just invested into that tier 3, so maybe not the perfect moment to fight, but the start is just going the Germans' way. Gets a lot of kills, and Sonik not focus firing perfectly, I guess. These archers in the back could have easily been killed. Is he going for the info potion, or is it the TP? It's the TP, while getting another Dryad with not many losses for Spiral, if I saw that correctly. Hunters are trying to clean this up while retreating, though.
Yeah, some archers getting caught here. It's a little bit annoying. He's trying to staff one of them. Can he get close enough? Yes! Oh, the glaive was in the air.
7 HP. And that was a huge jump towards level 3 for the Panda. Sonik now stuck on tier 2, stuck with Dryads and Mercenaries. Level 4 Potom, okay, got that. Demon Hunter's getting close to that as well. And now we got Reju and we got Roar.
I think there was still a single creep left on Spiral's expansion. Maybe you should just do that with a Panda to get level 3.
Yeah.
And I guess the labs might start coming into play very soon, but I think both players, they're very worried about getting creepjacked right now. And Sparl even more so because he's pre-bear master. He's only got adept training. He's forgot to queue master right now.
Ooh,
Not sure why.
He's not tier 3 yet.
Oh yeah, okay.
He has to wait.
It looks like it.
Yeah. He has to wait a single second. But man, Sonik is starting an expansion, and Spiral 2 seconds later scouts it with a wisp and scouts the movement of the army of Sonik. He has a lot of information, and he had a lot of time to get ready for this. Excellently done by Spiral.
He could get an AP there, maybe even, but first he should prioritize Orb, I would say. Maybe even a mana potion on Panda. Even though obviously like he's facing Dryads, he can still try and fry the rest of the army like, very quickly. But I like Spiral's position better, I would say, right now in the game, because if you go for Dryads, you need to have like a big supply lead ideally to be able to do well. But Dryads have poison, so the kiting potential is also there against bears to make sure that they don't hit you that much and then you're kiting back properly.
Absolutely true. You know what? I like the Panda choice more and more. Sonik is not going into mass Dryads really. He has still a lot of hunts in the mix. He still has mercs in the mix. So there's a lot to fry, as you said. This is dangerous though. Spiral starts the rock golem with the first couple of master bears he got. Sonik jumps on that immediately. But can the madman do it? He's trying to kite. Trying to stall more time for his expansion to run.
Yeah, it would be a big mistake here to panic because the opponent's expanding. Because the thing is, even though the tree was being made, it's not finished yet. And then not only does he need to finish, but then Sonik needs to entangle the gold mine and the expansion, and only then will he start to mine.
Yeah.
And then because he's invested so much into the expo, for the expo to pay for itself, it also takes a little bit. So I think that's one of the biggest mistakes that I've seen in the past, is like players panicking and being like, oh my god, he has expo, I need to attack now. Whereas like, no, really, you still have more time to creep. But right now, Sproul is feeling so confident because he just got his Master Bear, so he's going to take the engagement in the center. Let's see if he can save everything. There is a bear, Brood of the Claw form right now, ready to rejuve, but there is Rise nearby. Panda taking a lot of damage. Insta-abolish on the Panda.
Wow, that was super fast. The fight is all over the place. 2 screens for a fight here. Spiral is trying to get rid of the mercs. In the meantime, Demon Hunter has to go for the big invul. That is the Panda staffed out. He's safe. Dryads, if there's a little bit of piercing damage now, he could take like 4 or 5 kills, but the kills so far go Sonic's side as well. 1 bear down, 2 bears down. He needs the Panda back with the staff.
Spala, the bear stuck at home, and he's still stuck.
Oh no.
He uprooted the Ancient of Floor to get it out. Finally, it's headed towards the center. He needed that bear so bad that could have been double rejuve on 2 of the units. Second staff was bought, and the Panda saves the Demon Hunter. What a bro.
Sonik is doing well in this fight while having this expansion up. Panda needs to carry this now. Another bear in trouble. Big level ups for the Ukrainian. Panda has to run. Getting staffed out now. Spiral down to 40 and 3 archers here. Easy pickups thanks to the Naga. Wonderful play by Sonik. Is it the Demon Hunter and the Orb in the tier 3 that can turn this around? Spiral under a lot of pressure.
Sonik saves so many units on the reds. Oh my god.
Holy.
He has 17 more supply, but literally everything is low.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have a healing scroll behind this. How is he going to heal everything? I don't think he can. He needs to go buy a healing scroll, and he sends the bottom at the bottom. Is he going to buy a Staff of Telling? No, he's going to try and run back, but he might get intercepted by the demon.
But there's no slow. Oh, Breath of Fire. Sonik has nothing to get out here. Drunken Haze slows a little bit as well. Here comes an archer. Here comes a bear. Oh, heal scroll for now. Bear needs to block. Bear needs to block. Maybe go to the left-hand side. Mana Burn can do some more damage. No reinforcements here. It's not enough. Demon Hunter doesn't have boots. He's trying to reach around. Dryad is coming in at the perfect time, enabling the Demon Hunter to get another shot in. Or is it? Oh man, this is so close. This is so much time invested on this bottom. Spiral gotta get it. And now she runs into a corner. And it's finally the kill. Spiral pretty much lost his entire army, but Sonik lost his first hero, and everything is still hurt, and the heal scroll was only used for 1 unit. What a turnaround.
I mean, he bought a lot of time, but he needs another heal scroll now. I think Sonic's gonna run at the top, but Spiral has Ultra Vision. That was the first upgrade that he got into this game very, very early, so he sees him, and he's like, I gotta get on top of this guy before he can heal everything. He I think Spiral knew there was gonna be an instant revive as soon as he killed the bottom, I'm sure. And he's trying not to give him the opportunity to heal up, to buy more time, because the expansion's running this whole time. One single heal scroll was bought. It gets used, but it misses all of the Dryads on the left-hand side here.
Oh no! Riju is running, good staffs, Dryad coming in with damage. The concave for Sonik is good, still a decent supply lead, but what do you do about this Portal once again down to 1/3? Bears are just mauling away. Naga in trouble now too. There's not a single staff for Sonik. This entire inventory is empty.
Yeah, and Spiral, he has so much mana to work with as well, both on the Demon and Panda. He's already got a good amount of bears. I would like to see him add more Dryads, and there it is. He's adding one more right now, getting one more upgrade as well, the +1 armor. Actually, that will be the first one that he gets. On the other side, Sonik, it's been such a brawl that he hasn't been able to get a single upgrade of his own. But the Priestess is getting dangerously close to level 5.
Escapes with 10, has to deplete the entire moon juice. Bears are coming in, more Riju. Demon Hunter level 5, he's just getting one kill up to the next. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh boy, this sounds like Jailhouse Rock here. Sonik is losing 20 supply in 10 seconds. And taps
That's
out.
not it. Spiral wins the series after a crazy Night Elf mirror here.